Hi everyone, I'm going to give you an in-depth look of the Abeka Health, Safety, and Manners Level 1. This is the teacher's book, and this is the student's book. And one thing I like, well, my absolute favorite thing about this, is that everything that is in this book is in this book. Exact same thing. So as a student, like even starting with the first, as soon as you open it up, that is the first thing you see. The only difference is that you get the introduction. Like every page has this column on it. So this is the teacher's part. Okay, and also like this right here, like it tells you what is like what level you need for science, and then what comes next in the health and safety and manners book in the health programs. Alright, so then you turn the page and you get your table of contents. And I like this right here. It says, grow leaps and bounds in knowledge, physical development, and social graces in health and safety and manners 1. And then it has the 2 teachers and parents. And then what they're going to be learning is my growth and habits, my health, and then learn all about through there. Like taking care of the clothes, taking care of their home, and then my health check, and have little checklists for them. And then they have my safety, and then they have my safety checklist also, and then my manners, and then it has a my manners checklist. So I really like that, how it makes the kids take responsibility for their own safety, their own health, like what they're doing to better themselves. And then in my manners checklist, like it makes them take account for how they're behaving also, at home, at school, at church, and in public. So I really like that. Okay, and then it gives another introduction. Okay, and then you turn the pages, and it takes you directly into the lesson. Okay, and then they also, in the vocabulary, they also split the words up in syllables to help you teach your child read. They did not split it up in the student book though. There's the vocabulary words. Okay, and then it tells you over here what to do. The read vocabulary box, define words as needed. Read and discuss, page 2. Explain that we cannot feel ourselves grow. However, we can tell from last year's clothes, which are now too small, that we have grown. God made us, and He designed our bodies to grow until we are fully grown. Our muscles and bones will grow daily. And then to demonstrate, show, okay, something to do, and then the comprehension. And it has 2 little questions that you ask, like how did God make our bodies to grow, and why isn't every 7-year-old the same size? And then it gives you the answers. So I really like that. Okay, and then there is a little lesson, or a little activity right here, and it gives you the answers. And then here is what theirs look like. Exactly the same. The only difference is yours has the answers. Okay, and they're really simple. I think my oldest might get a little bored with it, so he might go through his a little bit faster than my younger too. But if he does, I'll just get him the next level up. Nothing too serious, because this is very inexpensive. And that's another thing I like about it, is the price. The price is it's very good pricing. Okay, and then again, they split the words up. Breakfast. And then loaves is not split because it doesn't have. Loaves is just 1 syllable. So, alright. So every lesson is set up just like that. And then it also helps them with telling time. Draw hands on the clocks to show each time. So I go to bed at this time each night, and then they would draw hands. I get up this time in the morning, and then they would draw the hands on there. Okay, and then safety away from home, and it tells they have to write in their father's name, their mother's name, the telephone number, and then their address. And then it gives them little things. Ask permission before going anywhere. Before you go anywhere, tell an adult, and so forth. Okay. And then back here. Oh, here's one of the checklist. This is my manners checklist. And then, see, I come quickly when I'm called. Always, sometimes, never. And it goes through all the way like that. Okay. Good health habits checklist. This one they would do for a week, I believe it says. Yes, use this chart for 1 week. Color one of each object that tells what you did each day. I slept at least 10 hours last night. I washed with soap and water this morning. I ate good breakfast. I drank a glass of milk, and so forth. Okay, and then right here is where you have your scoping sequence. And then right here it says unit, lesson, topic, something to do, learning additional activities, and creative writing. And then it goes over like this, where most of them, they go down like this. These ones go across. It says my health and habits, my health, my safety, my manners. And it has the units and what page they're on. Yeah. Okay. And then the teaching techniques, a Christian perspective, tells you about that, introduction, time allotment, extending reading skills, guiding comprehension through class discussion, additional activities, learning to write creatively, and keyed symbols. Okay, the little hand that you saw earlier it says, children enjoy being personally involved in a study of health. Hands-on activities are marked with this symbol, a little hand. And then enrichment activities are marked with stars, books for spiritual application, and then a pencil for creative writing. Alright, and it gives you the daily plans, goes through the preparation for the objectives, the board materials, study, teacher procedure, teacher notes. Okay, and then it tells you down here, it has like little notes right here. Note says this lesson, my growth in habits is introductory. Read ahead to plan future demonstrations or activities. Okay, and then it has the teaching procedure, and then it goes on to lesson 2. And each lesson is set up just like that. And then right here has the introduction. It says, wouldn't it be fun to eat ice cream for breakfast, cookies for lunch, and cake for dinner? It sounds like fun. But we would not feel well if we did that for very long. The Bible says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God expects us to take care of the wonderful bodies He has given us so that we can serve Him each day. God planned for us to eat many different kinds of foods to help us grow strong and stay healthy. Today we'll find out more about what kinds of food we should eat and why. But anything in bold like that, you would read to the child. Right here. Okay, and then one of my favorite things is lesson 11, I'm thinking. Yes, lesson 11. It has you set up like a little game. So you can review lessons 1 through 10, and I love it. I love this game. It's more like for a classroom setting, but you can still use it at home. It says review health as taught in lessons 1 through 10. Have a contest between 2 teams. Call on 2 students to answer questions. The student who answers correctly may wear the stethoscope for his team until the next correct answer is given. Then he will pass the stethoscope on to the person who answered correctly. And then it has 1 to 3 questions, I believe, for each. Yes, 1 to 3 questions for each lesson. Like lesson 1, name 3 good health habits. And then it gives you the answers. Lesson 2, name groups of food you should have at each meal. Give examples of good breakfast foods. Tell why breakfast is important. And then it goes on through and it has questions all the way through to lesson 10. And then lesson 11 actually starts. So I really like that. And then that is it for this. Alright, and I'll give you a little bit more looks. And these pages rip out fairly easy. See right there? So you can hole punch them and put them in binder if you would like. I think I might end up doing that because my kids like having their own little individual collars. Okay. I can practice safety rules at home. Cross out objects that could cause harm with your red crayon. Circle objects that could help keep you safe with green crayons. So like this right here would be red crayon, red crayon, red crayon. But this would be green crayon. Yeah. Like red crayon right there. But it gives you the answers. So you don't, and right here, green crayon. But it gives you the answers. Let's see, that's page 42. Oops. But yeah, all the pages line up too. So like, you wouldn't be like, okay, let me try to find that in my book. No, if they say, Mommy, I need help with page number 42, you just flip to page 42 in your book. And then, yeah. So I really like how that is set up. But in here, they just, instead of using the two different colors, red and green, they just put X's for all the stuff that could cause harm, and then they put a circle around all the stuff that is to help keep safe. But yeah, see, they circled the fire extinguisher, they circled the light, they circled the smoke detector, the sink with soap for good hand washing, the paper towels, but they did not but they crossed out the Windex. But yeah, and then it tells you right here, discuss safety in each room, living room, bedroom, do not jump on furniture, do not leave toys lying around, do not play with plugs, then the kitchen, and the bathroom. Okay. Then it asks, who can get hurt if you do not use good safety habits? And then it says, explain, and be ye kind to one another, Ephesians 4:32. We are not being kind if our carelessness causes another person to get hurt. So it explains all that. And then right here, I like this. It has them practicing their father's name, their mother's name, their telephone number, and their address. And then it has like a little safety box right here that tells them what they can do to be safe. But yes, that is an in-depth look into Health, Safeties, and Manners 1 from Abeka. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the box below, or leave them in the thing below, and I will get them answered. Alrighty. Have a nice day. Bye.